Everybody joining us.
Yeah.
Don't forget about me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm stuck in yesterday's
I'm the more important
world.
one, Preston.
Yeah, well, you know, I'll accept that
Wow.
for now.
The more important one? This is the last
You
time you're
got
going to
it.
be on the show. I'm warning you,
Whatever.
Amy.
I get to make that call.
All right. Joining us is Amy Jordan. She's a social worker for the Fitchburg Senior Center. One of two.
One of the two super social workers.
Superb.
Yes.
Perfect. So what we're doing here, it's the Fitchburg Digest. We usually get to dive in a little bit deeper into some of the cool stories and stuff that are happening around Fitchburg. And this week we're focusing all on the services that you guys provide down here. So we've had you on the show plenty of times now.
Oh, plenty.
We'd
I'm a
love
regular.
having you. You're a regular. Yeah.
Right.
We're asking for Sarah from here on out, but we're going to keep having you on the show.
Very funny.
All right, so why don't you fill us in a little bit about the social work stuff that you guys are providing, or the services, I should say.
Well, the one thing I'm going to talk about today that is in relation to the services is that both Sarah and I serve on like other committees out in the community, and one of them is, for me, that I've been serving on since 2006 is the No Falls Task Force of Dane County. It was started in 2006, and some of the what we know about falls is that, like, when we started this, there were 1,268 emergency department visits, 1,085 hospitalizations, 29 deaths, and it cost us $21 million in hospital charges for fall-related injuries.
It's a significant amount.
Significant amount. And, you know, Wisconsin at that time, and I think it's still up there, is one of the leading states in falls and mortality from falls. And no, it's not because of the beer or the ice. It's just, who knows? We're stubborn Germans here.
Stubborn.
Right.
It's very, very stubborn.
We want to do everything on our own.
That is too funny. So it's called the Falls.
It's called the No Falls Task Force of Dane County. And, you know, some of our goals are to prevent falls in Dane County, to also foster communication between the hospitals, the clinics, and the people that are working in the community, so we can help those who are falling to not fall anymore.
What are some of the reasons for falls? So as long as we're discussing.
Sure. Some of the things we look at when somebody does fall, or we'll look at their vision. We'll look at their medications because often there's a relationship between the medications people are taking and the incidence of falls. Their nutrition, their cognition. All of those things are, and also the setup of their home, whether they have rugs or things in the way, not the proper equipment for safety. I know people say a lot, well, I just tripped. Well, a trip is a fall.
Right.
It's a fall.
Well, it's interesting because all these things are kind of contributing factors that on the surface you wouldn't just right away think of, looking into all these things. So it's nice to have you guys with kind of an expertise to examine all those different things.
Right. So, I mean, in a perfect world, what would happen if somebody falls? They would be seen at the clinic, and that they would be doing a risk for falls evaluation. Now, a lot of physicians are doing this, I'll have to say, because both Sarah and I go out into the community to doctor's appointments with people, and I have seen people do the fall risks assessment, which wasn't happening in 2006. So then either the physician or the EMT or whoever they're seeing would refer them to an aging network like us. And then we would also hook them up then with falls classes or other assessments. It might be a memory eval. It might be setting them up with a medication check, which is done by pharmacists that go over a whole list of things that are contributing factors to falls.
So what if if you've got a family member who you want to get that information out to, but they don't want to hear it, they're not concerned that they are in the fall risk category. How do you maybe get somebody interested in taking advantage of service, having an in-home visit, something to that effect?
Well, we've got like a whole algorithm for people if they want to look at things themselves and trying to self-identify what they might need. And they can go to that website. Safe Communities is an agency in our city, and they are our leader in the No Falls Task Force. You can go to safecommunities.net, I believe is the.
You're absolutely correct.
Yes.
I'm looking at it right now.
There is an algorithm on there, and you can determine what program is right for you. So if you had more falls or balance problems, it could be physical therapy. It could be a stepping on program, which is both didactic and also some balance classes. You could do no falls, which we offer here. That's like a balance course. It's 16 weeks, I believe. And then you could also do Tai Chi, which is standing strength, and other dance, bowling, golf, ping pong, badminton.
Yeah, it just doesn't have to be you can do so many things.
Yeah.
It's being active and
Right.
and keeping the mind moving and keeping your body moving that will help keep the falls,
Yeah, and I
preventing.
think for people to remain independent, they have to kind of put two and two together that a fall, like me taking the classes, I meant me like as you, a person in the community, saying, I'm having a problem. I need to address these things so I can stay independent, because it's those people who aren't self-monitoring or maybe going out and figuring out what's going on with them are the people that end up in nursing homes or in the hospital, and they don't know how it happened. They don't know why they're there. Mm-hmm. And it's just a downward decline. So if you can be independent and really be aware of the programs that are available, you're going to reduce the risk of reduce the falls.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. All right, Amy, we appreciate the great information. Certainly,
I'm not done talking.
I'm cutting you off. Yes, it's over. You're done.
The music means it's over.
Yeah,
Right.
we got to keep moving forward, but we'll have you on at the end of the month as always, so we can pick up our conversation there maybe.
And stay tuned for what's happening.
That's right.
All right, stay tuned for our first guest segment coming up next. It's the Fitchburg Fire Department talking about Severe Weather Awareness Week. That's next, Talking Fitchburg.